This is the Electra Meccanica Solo. It has 3 wheels, 2 doors, 1 seat, and it might be all you need for your daily driving. Here's my commentary from my short 10-minute drive at Fully Charged Live in San Diego. All right guys, here we go. Okay, come on, I want to test acceleration. I'm gonna wait back a little bit. I'm going 9, and there we go. Okay, so, whoa, I think we got some tire skip. It's not a fast car. Just a note, you'll hear me call this a car in the video, and that's because it's fully enclosed and it has a steering wheel. It might legally be considered a motorcycle, but this is no motorcycle. I mean, I don't think this is meant to be a sport car. It's probably meant to be a daily commuter in the cities, used in situations where you need space for parking, or you don't have a need for having a ton of space. It's just you and a little bit of storage that you need. That's what this is for. I feel like this has as good acceleration as like a Corolla, probably better than a Prius. So I don't think you have to worry about that. But it is not a Porsche Taycan, okay? One of the cool things about this car is you can choose which door you want to exit out of. So, maybe you're at a busy street, pull up to next to a curb. Instead of having to wait for the cars to come by next to you, you can just get out this door. So that's pretty cool. Something like this is really neat. I wish I could have multiple cars. Like, I wish I had the income to have multiple cars and the place to live where I could park multiple cars. Because, yeah, I would use this for everyday going back and forth from the grocery store, just everyday stuff. I'm sure it's safer than a motorcycle, not as safe as like a Model 3. The Solo is legally considered a motorcycle or an autocycle. Now that matters for a few reasons. One, you're not going to get the $7,500 tax credit that a car would. 2, you might have to wear a helmet depending on what state you live in. And it doesn't have to adhere to the same safety standards as a car. It just has to meet the same standards that a motorcycle does. Everything in here is very basic. It's funny, the stereo is like an old school 1990s stereo.
Put the needle on the record.
Very tight turning radius, so that's cool. Now suspension, feeling pretty, I don't know if you can tell, I'm getting pretty rocked right now. I think that's more the road than the car. I'm not sure my Bolt would feel much better than this. I'm at 40 right now. Let's see what happens if I punch it a little. Well, okay, it feels, there's not a punch. That's okay. It's a little car with 1 wheel in the back. If you're enjoying this video, go ahead and press that like button. And if you're feeling extra generous, there's a link in the description if you feel like donating anything, $1, $100, Tesla Model S Plaid, whatever. The steering is pretty responsive. The regen is very little, but I'm also at 94%. Definitely getting some rattles in the windows. Something or in the door, there's some rattling. This is a bumpy road, so it's a good test for real world situations. How do things feel in here? Well, honestly, the knobs feel really cheap. For the AC, there's a lot of play in them. They feel like very light, cheap plastic. The steering wheel also feels cheap. Now, mind you, this is an $18,000 car, which, if you compare it to something like a 4-wheel, you can get a Nissan Versa for under $16,000. But this is electric right now. Batteries are cheaper than they ever have been, but they're still expensive. The range of this car, that's a good question. Let's find out what the range is. Electra Meccanica says this car can go up to 100 miles. For charging, you don't get an option of DC fast charging, but you can do level 1 and level 2. On their website, it says 0 to 85% in 12.5 hours on a level 1 and 2.5 hours on level 2. Now remember, that's only to 85%. I'm going to predict it's going to take an extra hour to get to 100%. So you're looking at about 3.5 hours for a full charge. There's the air conditioning. Oh, it helps when you turn the knob. Oh, now I feel much better. Jeez, I should have figured this out earlier. So once you figure out the air conditioning, it's very adequate. You have both vents all to yourself, so actually it cools you down really fast. All right, we're coming back. That speed bump was no problem. It's a fun little car. Let's take the speed bump a little faster, see what happens. Okay, at 5 miles an hour. Still did okay, but rather jerky. Now the noise inside, like it's not too noisy inside. We were going maybe a max of 50, 55. Road noise isn't too bad. Jesus Christ. I think that's it for this part of the video. Bye. This car can only hold one person, but there is a little bit of cargo space, and I do mean little bit. The rear cargo area gets you 5 cubic feet, and in the front you have enough space to fit a level 1 charging cable. If you don't take that with you, you might have enough room for a laptop, although I'm not sure you'd want to store one there. The Solo was a lot of fun, and 10 minutes really wasn't enough to get a good grasp on what it would be like to own one of these. So I'm going to reach out to Electra Meccanica and see if I can get one for a few days to do some real-world tests. So please like this video, let the algorithm pick it up, and let Electra Meccanica know that you're interested in seeing some more of this cool little car. In the meantime, let me know what you think about the Solo. Would you buy one? Why or why not? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.